In this video, we are going to have essentially the part 2 of employ an M-136 launcher. We are going to be covering part of the task 071-054-0004. Engage targets with an M-136 launcher. Now, these firing positions I'm going to show you will translate over to other types of disposable rocket launchers. So it will work with the M72, it'll work with the RPG-22, and the other variants around the world. Now, the first thing you're going to do is get your launcher ready for firing. Lower down your shoulder stop, pull your transport safety pin, open up your sight covers. You then get into your correct firing position. Now, there are 4 basic types of firing positions with the M-136 launcher, also known as the AT4. There's standing, which there is 1 variation, kneeling, which there is 2, seated, which there is 2, and prone, which there is 1. First off, I will show you the standing. So, remember, the AT4 is a right-side only fired weapon. A variation on this from what I showed in the M72. The leg that is on the firing side goes back. The reason you do that different than with the law rocket is because the venturi on the back will send the back blast at an angle, where with the M72 you had the possibility that the rocket could ignite at the back of the launcher, and the possibility that some of the flames and blast could travel straight up and down. So you were supposed to swap your legs back and forth, is what I had been trained. But with the AT4, you put your leg towards the back. So if you get any bit of a rocking back motion from the rocket firing, it's not going to dump you over onto your back side. So you get up into position, square up our body on the target, which is that direction. We get our sights lined up. We call out for our back blast after we check the back blast area. Get her cocked, push on the safety catch, and fire the launcher. Now we'll go into the kneeling. With the kneeling positions, same thing. The leg that's on the firing side, which is the right leg, will be towards the back. Now, the first method I'm showing you here, you're crouched down. Your elbow is supposed to be in front of your knee. Your back end is supposed to be laying down on or resting on your calf on the right side. Go through the same procedures, sighting in, back blast, cocking the weapon, and then fire. The next variation on the kneeling is you're up. As you see with the right leg here, I am not resting on the calf. My foot is flattened out a little bit against the ground. My elbow is not resting on my knee. We can go through same procedures for fire. Now, the next 2 positions for firing the AT4 are from the seated. First method, you cross your legs. You're crouching down low. Your elbows go in front of your knees. And you fire. Now the next method, you do not cross your legs, you have them spread apart, essentially creating a tripod. Elbows front of the knees. Now with this method, you can adjust the height of your launcher by adjusting how close your feet are to your body. If you want to raise the height, you bring your legs in closer. You want to lower it, push them farther out. You can also get a little bit of adjustment by rocking on your heels a little bit if you need it. Now the next and final method, or final firing position, using the M-136 is the prone position. In this position, your body will be at a 90-degree angle to the side of the weapon. So, get in a position, sight it in, make sure it's braced against your shoulder, and fire. Being at a 90-degree angle from the launcher, it puts you out of the backblast area for when the rocket goes off. So you should cut down on the possibility of being injured. And those are the 4 basic methods for your firing positions. 1 for standing, 2 for kneeling, 2 for seated, and 1 for prone. And as I said, these different techniques for firing will translate over to other different types of disposable anti-tank weapons around the world. And you could potentially use these same firing positions when using an RPG-7 or one of its variants around the world. Now, I will mention this. I went through and I created a playlist for anti-tank weapons and tactics. It is posted on my channel, the link to it. I am trying to find videos of different types of anti-tank weapons, potentially the ones that could be encountered today, especially in North America. The videos that I am posting or linking to are ones that essentially show you how to use the different weapon systems. The weapon systems that I am including in there are anti-tank rifles, disposable anti-tank launchers, shoulder-fired anti-tank launchers along the lines of the RPG and the bazooka, and also some anti-tank cannons or anti-tank guns. The tactics that are in there are primarily older training films. Most of them are currently from World War II and early in the Cold War. Now, if possible, if it is a foreign film, I try to find ones that have subtitles or the ability that you can turn on the translation program to the subtitles. I suggest you go over there, you check it out. I'm going to update it as often as I can as I come across additional videos. I do want to put in some videos for anti-tank guided missiles, but those are a lot harder to find videos on, the ones that show you how to employ this stuff. You can find plenty of videos about the description of it, but not how to use it. But as I said, when I come across it, I'll attach it onto that playlist. Now, for all my engineer brothers in the Patriot and militia movements, always remember, essayons.